Does he know what he's talking about? What's going on?
Oh, this guy up here, nah, he doesn't know what he's doing.
Mic check, mic check. Good afternoon, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? Or camera? Trick question. So, my name is Oliver Nye. I am your opening act today for the seminar schedule. I'm really just the terrible, unfunny comedian opening up for Mr. Jordan Lee, who's up on the tank after me. So feel free not to laugh, but welcome to my seminar. The seminar schedule is a little misleading. I'm really here to talk about my true passion, and that's big crappie dreams and big bluegill dreams. And in all seriousness, I'm actually going to flip that schedule around a little bit, because I'm going to treat today as a 2-hour seminar with an intermission broken up by a back-to-back classic winner. Alright, so we're going to talk about bass fishing fundamentals and even taking it to the panfish that you see in the tanks. And we're going to talk about why that's important, how that affects my mental and fishing approach to using a bait like this in parts of the country like Chicago. And it's really interesting from somebody that came all the way from the West Coast where this style of fishing originated and come to different parts of the Midwest, the East Coast, all throughout the northern latitudes where 10 years ago people would continue to stare at us as we walk through these aisles with all these giant baits tied onto our rods and be like, man, there's no way that would work on my fish. And I sit here in the crowd and I see my man Max in the back row, I got my man Ian here in the front row, and the Swimbait, quick-bait niche and culture continues to grow season to season. Guys that are local to all these shows continue to come up to me and share with me really special stories about engaging with big fish in their home waters. I had a kid that actually put off a guide trip just to come tell me a story about how he was motivated to go chase big fish with a big bait after watching some of our stuff on YouTube. But he said he went 21 days without a bite. But on day 22, he caught a 7.6 pound largemouth on an 8-inch hollow fish right here in Chicago. So it's pretty mind-blowing what you guys can potentially experience if you open up your minds, come into this 2020 fishing season with really no preset like concrete ideas. Just be flexible, and really that's all going to take us back to the fundamentals of fishing. Because a part of that growth that I see throughout this fishing culture year after year, there's a lot of new blood, right? You got young gentlemen like here in the front row rocking their teams. Like, they remind me a lot about myself that age, like fishing, but you have the same dynamics with young adults, with older adults. Like, fishing is growing as a sport and a culture. It's really cool to see, it's really cool to be a part of. And I want to remind the guys, regardless of age, regardless of your goals, whether you want to specifically target big fish only, like the fishing fundamentals are the key to my success with anything big bait related. And we're going to go through just some scenarios here and learning opportunities. And really it's about the learning opportunities with the bass fishing fundamentals. Okay, because how would I really understand how to effectively fish this giant 10 and a 30-inch Swimbait if I don't know how to recognize how a monster bass in this tank is going to position to try to ambush a bait? Well, I'm going to learn that with some fundamental techniques. One of the first baits that we're going to talk about today that's going to lead right up to that big light bait is actually a jerkbait. Any of you guys in here fishing jerkbait? Very cool. All you guys that didn't raise your hands, you guys are missing out on a lot of fun. If you guys are familiar with some of the content that we produce, the Big Bass Dreams channel has 500 plus videos, and it ranges from everything literally from big bluegill and big crappie to giant muskies and largemouth bass and smallmouth bass, and now we've got some international stuff. But it is all because of fundamental techniques, mindsets, and learning from years of doing that. And that's what a lot of people don't really pick up when they're new to what we do at big bass streams. You see a lot of the hero shots, right? Like big fish, short clips of videos, like just the coolest of the cool. You don't see the grind. You don't see that 21 days of struggle that that young gentleman went through to put himself in a position to live that hero moment. And the fundamentals are absolutely overlooked by a lot of people, and they're a good reminder for me too, because I'll kind of get out of touch with some fundamental concepts. And that's why you see there's content on the channel, because it's a really good exercise for me to get back to the basics, catch fish, go back to having some fun, because fishing for big fish can be very stressful and very trying on the patience, and just brings me back to why I started doing this, and it's because fishing is fun. So the jerkbait is really just a thin minnow profile bait. This is a Megabass 110, an iconic jerkbait. And this is a perfect example of a fundamental style lure that you can learn a ton from. Number one is a flat out fish catcher. That's the first catch of the day, right? And I'm not catching it, that's just bad luck. You guys never catch a fish on the first catch of the day? Like that's a no-no. You will skunk the entire day, I guarantee you. But this is a very versatile bait. You can literally catch them like straight lining it sometimes. I mean, I almost never fish it that way. But it's got, you know, a pretty steady rolling action. Guys will troll this, catch fish on it. But really, I didn't have quick ones on that. Where it really excels is its versatility. And really, it's almost like a real freestyle kind of lure. And the angler is responsible for imparting the action. And you can go from like a twitch retrieve, like I can steady twitch it, I can decide to pause it, I can actually rip it really hard, I can play the cadence, the rhythm, rip it one time, pause, rip it two times, pause, pay attention to one of the engagements that's happening.
Want to be on?
What's up? I'm bringing up some stuff. I have no clue what it is. It's totally winging it. Not even my gear, man.
What do you think of this guy up here? Does he know what he's talking about? What's going on?
Oh, this guy up here, I mean, he's got probably $1,000 setups, probably $50 bait, and he doesn't know what he's doing.
I don't know if I want to be behind the damn tank. I know you're going to be able to see if I'm behind it.
What you're looking for fish answers yes. Positive reaction is what you're looking for. And the best positive reaction is fire. When you got all three of the treble hooks in your mouth, you're doing something really right. Okay, if you're only like hooking them on the back hook, you barely got them by 1 point, and you shake off at the boat, okay, you can adjust something, and who knows what it is. It changes all the time. You guys gotta keep in mind, conditions are always changing. By the minute, by the hour, let alone by the day or the week or the next weekend, you can get back on that same body of water, and you thought you had figured out that magic recipe or piece of puzzle. Well, now you can use that as a baseline and make adjustments from there. And the more you can stay off the water, the more in tune you can be with what's going on, the mood of the fish, and you guys gotta keep in mind, these fish are kind of stressed out. These are giant fish. Like they're being watched by a couple hundred people. There's weird narrators and a dude with a freaking microphone on his head talking about them. They're just not a natural environment. They're in a neutral mood. They're in a negative mood, probably. So they shouldn't be that aggressive. And most of the time when you guys are out fishing, you gotta take it back to the fundamentals even further and understand that we're dealing with a cold-blooded animal whose metabolism is dictated by its surrounding temperature. So especially in this part of the country, especially this time of the year, you're going to notice that slower presentations, longer pauses on that retrieve with the jerkbait are going to be key in actually triggering a bite from a lethargic fish. Okay, those are parts of the fundamentals that I want to talk about. I really don't want to focus on how I fish a jerkbait. This shouldn't be a seminar on jerkbait fishing 101 and everything you need to know. I really feel like we need to take a step back and really look at our mental approach to our fishing on a fundamental basis. And I'm really surprised at how much people ignore just the basic science and biology of a lot of their target species. They don't understand the importance of spawning seasons and seasonal migrations, and how fish and their physiology and how they respond to those different seasons affects the way that we fish. Right? Because the first part of the puzzle, catching fish, is locating them. And if you aren't fishing where the fish are, then number one, you're not going to catch any. So that basic fundamental knowledge of their behavior on a real base level is some of the most important information you guys can focus on. Not what color I'm throwing, not what bait it is, not what they've been fishing at. You understand these fish on a fundamental level, you can leave home, travel the country, fish places you have no information on, stay away from the internet, look at Instagram, Facebook. You can just go out there and do your own thing and figure out the puzzle on your own every single time like I do. Because for me, that's the most rewarding thing. Is that validates the crazy ideas and hypotheses and theories that I create in my head. Like we all do. All those late nights we spend in the garage or in the tackle room tying on this big, like, man, it's gonna be windy tomorrow and cold, like, they're gonna destroy this thing, and we go out there and ask those questions and oh man, it's lunchtime, I don't know a bit. It's just, you gotta stay down. Okay, so a perfect example and lead into my second seminar is that bait teaches me the importance of cadence, rhythm, where in the column I'm presenting that bait, how important it is to stall a bait. This is a pretty unique live bait, that I can actually stall it much the same way as I can that little 110 jerkbait.
You can get them if you want. I can put you in. Okay. They actually had a good price.
But this bait is honestly just the oversized, bigger brother of that jerkbait. Can you guys kind of see some of the same concepts? Right, that's got a kind of a real erratic action. It kind of just hovers there. It's got a side-to-side movement. And I don't have the actual mobility to actually fish this thing to its true potential. You guys kind of get the gist of. That's never happened before. John, you scoop here? No, I'm not getting here. And this is going to happen, guys, right? Snagging your baits, but there's obviously a lot of things you can do to get them off. You can reverse the ankle. They'll come off. Just don't panic. Don't set into that 7-foot log like it's your biggest bass of your life. You got to be able to understand what a bite feels like. And that's what the fundamental stuff is going to teach you. You'd be surprised how similar a bite feels between a 110mm bait and a 262mm bait. It's almost identical. So the type of rod that we fish, the type of line, the type of presentation, the mechanics on the hook set or lack of one, depending if you're fishing braid or full or mono, all of those learning opportunities translate all the way up the scale. Okay? And you guys saw like how those smaller guys are eating at 110 on the paws a lot of times. With these live baits especially, that's exactly when you're going to get that bite. The fish is tracking, it's got that evasive action, and as soon as it stops, boom. That's their predatory response. Okay, and let me talk about the opportunity to learn and recognize the bites here. I'm going to show you guys a really simple, effective bait. Anybody know what this is? Show hands. You guys familiar with this bait? Oh man, you guys know what time it is. This is a little mega bass sleeper. This is kind of a hybrid, small swim bait, almost like a jig. It's a pretty unique little bait. Beautiful thing is they're like $5 or $6 at some of the places, some of the vendors here like Lee's Tackle Shop, and it's a very, very versatile bait. This bait you can literally get it in the water and you're effectively fishing. It swims on the way down, it sits there perfectly on the bottom like a little sculpin or goby, and you get a lot of bites with it literally doing nothing. You get a lot of bites with it crawling. You can shake it in place a little bit, you can pop it, lift and drop. I mean, you can literally do anything you want with this bait. You can swim in the column, go for it. They really like this bait, but the biggest takeaway from it is the way that you would fish this little dark sleeper is truly identical to how you would fish a big soft bait like this. Okay? Every retrieve style that we talked about, with that little 3-inch dark sleeper, is equally effective with this 8¼ swimmer. Okay, so the problem is when you guys are targeting the biggest fish of your life, I'll literally go out there and choose a lake that I think has a high probability of kicking out a really big fish. And my true goal and mental focus is on catching the biggest fish in the lake. How many of those exist in that lake, guys? Literally one, right? Literally. So if you actually sit there on a lawn track, depending on which lake you're fishing, and even a small lake, like, that's a pretty daunting and ambitious goal. So you gotta be okay with accepting the fact that your odds are extremely low. Those special fish and those special moments that surround them are special for a reason, because it's very hard to do. Okay, so you're honestly fishing for 1 to maybe 12 bites a day on a very special day. So your opportunities to learn and make those mistakes that I've made throughout my career are going to be much lower. So if you go 21 days without a bite, like, how many opportunities did you really have to recognize that that was a bite and that style? Instead, whether it was to the side or up, or should I keep whining, should I stop whining? You just don't get those opportunities if you just skip the fundamentals. So my point is to go out there with a little dark sleeper, fish it the exact same way, and get high levels of engagement. Get lots of bites. So you can actually feel it. Oh man, like that. That one time I was snagged on the stick there and pop 3, boom! That's when I should anticipate a bite, because that's a real thing. Okay, I noticed that? I didn't panic. I'm actually expecting to get my bait stuck. Because if you guys saw that bait was like struggling to get off the snag, that's going to draw the attention of a big, dominant, predatory fish. We're all so nervous to get that $60 expensive bait out of the snag that we pull it out of there, away from the fish. And I got to tell my clients, my training sessions, like, you guys, you just blew the gas. I wanted you to get snagged there, because that was your highest shot at getting bit. How did I learn that? It was years and years of getting stuck with a cheap plastic worm, or a jig, or anything else. It would just happen time and time again. If I could finesse my way out of that snag, I stood a really good chance at actually getting a bite. You guys ever do like the rubber band kind of trick to get unsnagged? If you guys had a fish go from beep to the rod of those big snacks, like snatch them out of your hand, like that's a real thing. And I learned that from the thousands and thousands of engagements from smaller fish on a smaller bait. That's the importance of the fundamentals that I see a lot of people overlook and skip, and really doing ourselves a real big disfavor. Okay, your trophy fishing is going to skyrocket when you make your mistakes when the stakes are low. Does that make sense? Okay, so man, we're in 2020. The amount of big options and tools that we have at our disposal to target these big fish is honestly kind of mind-blowing, because I first started doing this in like the mid-90s. We had maybe a handful of options. For every traditional bass fishing application and technique, there is a parallel now in big bait scene. If you guys are new to fishing or literally just want to just have some fun, you guys familiar with this setup? You know what this is? Basically, this is a Finesse Swimbait on a jig head. This one's kind of special. This one's got a special place in my heart, and this is one of my best teaching tools. You know, for boy Max in the back there. He's lived it. Alright, this is a great bait for getting high levels of engagement. And one of the key principles that I've discovered through my fundamental fishing is the importance of water displacement. Even though this is only a 3-inch swim bait at 1/8 ounce head, it's got this really unique propeller on the front of it. Well, what's the propeller do? Do they bite it because it's shiny? I really don't think so. I think the key is it's displacing a lot of water and creating a big presence for a little 3-inch bait. So I've watched fish swim from 30, 40, 50 feet away on some of the clear water smallmouth fisheries from the opposite direction that I made a cast. become equal to the guy. It's because I feel that they can pick up on the bigger presence in this very finesse package. And it is amazing how well this thing gets bit. And once again, this is a perfect learning opportunity to understand the importance of your presentation and all the finesse and subtle things. Like, I don't know how many bites I'm gonna get in this tank. I can literally just be up here for 5 hours and do this because it is one after the other. Okay, and some of the biggest smallmouth in my career on the record. Oh man, I love this thing. You can also find these on these. You're welcome. Really cheap, really high engagement opportunity. Okay, because the same mechanics that I teach, and the hook sets are big on this, right? We've got this light setup here. We fish braids at 4 carbon leaders typically, so you can feel the pulsing of that blade. And when that blade is interrupted, all of a sudden that pulsing is gone. Wow, like that, you get a lot of pressure bites. You get some bites where those fish just come up and just take it and keep going the other way. It's like, oh yeah, we wish those bites were always like that, but it's not the case. Okay. Sorry? These are both Megabass products. The head is called an Okashira screw head, and the body is just a 3-inch spark shell. And they're both cheap. Low risk, low reward, high engagement, beautiful fundamental lure. And we've caught literally hundreds of smallmouth over 5 pounds. Some of our 7-pounders have come on this thing. But the key is the water displacement. Are you guys counting how many different fish are eating this thing? I can't tell because of the surface, but you should try this sometime. It's a lot of fun. But the lessons that I learned from what seems to, be, guys used to call like this, like sissy fishing, and like, I just never understood what part of the fishing culture was ever macho to make this sissy. But hey, to each their own. But man, this thing is a lot of fun. We catch big crappie on it, big largemouth on it. We've actually hooked big muskies on it and landed them. It's a really impressive little package. And that understanding and learning opportunity that those blades are displacing water and creating a disturbance in the water has really translated to my understanding of how to apply these bigger baits. Those bigger baits are all displacing a lot of water. Remember, those fish have all 6 of our senses and a 7th sense as well. You guys know what that is? The lateral line. You guys notice all the fish have a series of dots along the sides? Those are filled with like a jelly-like, it's a pore filled with a jelly-like substance that picks up vibration. So a fish that can't see, can't hear, can't smell, can effectively hunt based off of just its lateral line and water displacement. It's a very overlooked, basic, fundamental, biological aspect of the fishing game. Okay, people like rattles, this, that, and the third, like, oh man, I don't know if those fish are going to see my bait or hear my bait. I picked this bait because this is actually a silent version of the 110. Trust me when I tell you that fish, even in dirty water, and my home lake back in California was nicknamed the mud hole. You literally can't see anything. And I used to have these same thoughts in my head, like, man, I don't know if these fish are gonna see my super bright bait in this, 2 foot of visibility or less. And this past year, I continue to learn and apply from fundamental techniques by going out there and fishing a jerkbait that I know works, and using technology available now, which is wild, like the Garmin Live Scope, and I can see out in front of my boat up to 75 feet, down to like 50 feet, and I can actually see my jerkbait in real time, and see that it's 3 feet down, and I can watch a fish in real time swim 10, 15, 20 feet in no visibility water to come engage my bait. Trust me guys, they know it's there. Like, they're very highly tuned predators. They've got to catch actual real prey that are a lot more nimble, a lot craftier, and a lot better at getting away from them than our clumsy artificial hunks of plastic. It's our job to figure out what combination of lure, presentation, it's really what right decisions do I got to make to elicit that triggering response? And generally, like when it's colder, I'm fishing slower pace, slower rhythm. And then when it's faster, you can get by with going super fast because remember, cold-blooded creatures, lizards, reptiles, amphibians, and fish, their metabolism is dictated by their surrounding body temperature. The way you see snakes and lizards and gators basking in the sun, that's how they regulate themselves. And that determines their activity level. So in the summer, you can get by like, some of the most fun bites are getting out there with a jerkbait and literally ripping it as fast as you can until something stops you. Like when those fish want your bait, you can't pull it away from them. They are surprisingly fast. So like that little screwhead, the retrieve styles, how I apply it is exactly the same how I apply a bigger giant swimbait like this 8-inch mackerel. Fundamentally, it's the same bait. Big boot tail, soft plastic composition. I gotta decide where in the column I actually want to retrieve it. Do I let it sink down? Do I just start winding right away because I'm willing to come up and travel and get it? And there's something to be said about drawing power as well. Obviously, it would take quite an ambitious fisherman's tank to take this guy on, but you're appealing to the predator instinct. These guys are all 10-pounders in their souls, right? There's just something off about this lure. They just have to check it out, man. They just have to, like, man, what is up with this guy? And the bigger the bait, the more that dynamic comes into play. And it's actually really surprising. You'd be surprised at how much more engagement you can get, not by downsizing from the 8-inch to the 6-inch mackerel, but by upsizing to a 10-inch bait. Mr. Trevor, here you go. Can you just tie on a 10-inch so I can show these guys the difference? And I'm going to show you guys another fundamental bait. Are you guys crankbait fanatics? Alright, square bill, lipless, deep diving, what genre? All of them?
All 9 yards.
My man, that's what's up. So when I first started catching bass, the very first time I caught 2 bass in a row and felt like I was a man was on a little crankbait. And that little crankbait, man, taught me so much. I come from really humble beginnings. I didn't unfortunately get to start at a $100,000 bass boat and get to travel the country and the world fish. I fished with a $14.99 Kmart setup off the bank. My mom would drop me off at my local lake, and I had my $5 crankbait that I worked my tail off to get. And that crankbait was my fish finder, my depth finder, and really my connection to that underwater world. Right? There's a big separation between what we perceive up here above the water surface and what the reality is down below. But because of the response that I could get from my medium dive crank, mind you, I'm fishing on the bank, if I do a deep dive, I'll be like, that thing's gone off of your first 2 cranks. I can tell that I'm hitting wood, grass, sand, mud, all just by feel. And now you guys might see some of my videos and see the obscene amount of electronics on there. I got 2 12-inch screens on the bow, 2 10s on the console, and what that really is my dreams realized, number 1. But that topographical map you see on the left side of my bow is what I had to build in my head mentally as I walked around the bank and I fire off my crankbaits, I fire off my jigs, and I could be like, oh, there's for sure rocks over here. Oh, it takes longer to sink when I cast out off the edge of the corner of the dam. Okay, there's a deep hole there. I was literally building my own map of the underwater world as I perceived it through my fish finders. Because I could afford a $5 fish finder, $3 jig. I couldn't afford a garden limit back then. But that didn't stop me from gathering information and building a hypotheses and theories to test every time I went out fishing. Okay, so a lipless crankbait was really the first hard bait that I really jumped into. And it taught me a ton. And that lipless crankbait has got a bigger brother. And there's some bigger, traditional looking liplesses on the market, but like now even in this big bait season, you guys see how many panfish are in here, right? Bluegill, crappie, perch. It amazes me how much people underestimate the percentage of the big fishes, or even small or medium bass's diet is comprised highly of sunfish species. And so the lessons I learned from fishing a lipless crankbait, I'm going to apply directly to this big battalion. It's kind of like a hybrid lipless, glide bait, twitch bait on a straight retrieve. It's got a nice wobble. I've caught some fish doing that. But I've really learned the power of a very simple technique, crankbaits especially. That's the stop and the go. Like that change in pace and cadence and rhythm is often all it takes to trigger that predatory response. And those are all things that I've learned through the fundamentals of bass fishing. I feel like I grew up in the perfect era. This is before big swim baits really took off, before all those options became available, before Google was a thing. I actually had to go to my public library and use the Dewey Decimal System to go find the small fishing section in the library and go through a bunch of lane fly fishing books to just find some kind of information that I could apply, that I could relate to. And one of those very important early fundamental lessons I took from that was their term of matching the hatch. And that's a real thing with any predatory fish, especially here in the Midwest. You guys have some lakes that have big gizzard shad, some lakes that have trout stocks, but pretty much every lake in the country that you're going to find big, large, or smallmouth bass, you're going to have some kind of panfish presence. They're eating them. You guys have seen the pictures on Facebook and everything, right? Big old bass floating on the surface, trying to choke down a pound-and-a-half crappie or a red ear or a bluegill. Like, they comprise a big part of their diet. The nice thing is, like, they pretty much make baits across the board now in multiple sizes. So, like, this bait's available in like 3 different sizes. So you can match the hatch per size and profile as well. Not to mention color. Alright, thank you. What else can I talk to you guys about while you're with the bites? You guys got any questions? What do you got? I could if Sean would let me leave the hooks. The question was, do I ever catch anything in here? I'm always surprised at how much engagement I can get out of some of these fish, because even the dynamic of me showing them something different than they're used to seeing even on the tank is the same dynamic even out on the public lakes that I fish, right? You're gonna see all these guys come up here and throw a lot of what you're used to seeing at some of these seminars, but then I come up here and throw a 10-inch bait, and they're like, oh, this is new for us. It's the same thing that happens on the lakes at home. Question? Great question. What do I think about using scent? Well, I caught a 17-pound bass on a 10-inch soft swim bait slathered in scent, and a lot of other big fish. With anything rubber, anything soft in composition, big proponent of using scent. And you guys notice how these You guys notice how these fish here are holding on to this thing, right? I've had to clip the points off of these hooks so the ponds don't get hurt. But it's pretty crazy how much they'll actually hold on to just a hunk of plastic. And that's no accident. A lot of these baits come pre-scented, but it's not a heavy scent. It's usually like a really light scent. Like, once they commit to it, they don't really want to drop it. But if you put a scent on top of that, and I use Bass Dynasty scent because I caught a giant fish on it one time and a whole bunch of fish subsequently. It's amazing. Like, I can literally just like play tug of war with these things all day, especially with scent, because now you're appealing to another one of their 7 senses, right? They make a commitment, they're like, oh man, this tastes really good. Scent's a big thing. And I know guys, especially like some of my striper fishing friends, that believe it works on everything, including their hard baits. But maybe it's because I'm frugal, I don't like using the term cheap, but I go through a lot more scent on a hard bait because it washes off a lot easier. Does that make sense? And I feel like the dynamics of when a fish comes up and eats a hard bait and presses those sticky trumpets against that hard body, result in instantaneous hookups, is different than when they actually come up and consume a soft plastic bait, whether it's 3 inches or whether it's 10 inches, and actually close their mouth on it. Like, that's when they're just gonna gum it and just like hold on to the bait. Every cast, guys. It's not like this in real life, usually. Sometimes it is. When you get a pack of these hooks over here, what you got? Oh, you got the big one? Yeah. Oh. I was gonna do a Jordan Lee impression there. So, all that same stuff that you guys just happened, all the things that you guys just saw happen with that 3-inch little bait, the same exact things happen with this thing. And if you guys don't follow my new channel on YouTube, I started a new channel this year. It's just my name, it's Oliver 9. I've been doing a series of videos I'm calling the Green Room. And I'm actually going back in time and looking at some of my old stock footage of scenarios where I'm casting this bait in a different color on a lake. I make a long cast on a long point, and I was actually having some issues in my display on my graph at the time. But I learned through my fundamental fishing that as long as I have a bait in the water, I've got a chance. Especially a bait that sits perfectly upright on the bottom and looks just like all these stressed out fish that are sitting in this tank. So you can actually go on there and watch this video. I'm down on one knee, and for about 2 or 3 minutes, I'm messing with the settings on my bait. I'm just keeping my line tight. I'm paying attention to what I'm feeling and what I'm not feeling. Looking for that telltale sign of a bite, whether it's a tick, whether it's the mush, whether it's just something different that I learned from fishing a small bait like a dark sleeper. Then you see me stand up after about 2 minutes and I go, I know this. And I wind down, big hook set, and I got a 9-pounder. How much did I really move that bait? I didn't have to swim it. But just for me, keeping that line taut, doing this, making sure I have contact with my bait, if you guys come up to the glass and actually watch this bait and the behavior of some of these fish, you can see how much that thing is actually really moving. We have a tendency to overwork baits, okay? You want to simulate nature, whether it's your color selection, whether it's your presentation. Like, you think you're barely inching it along here, you probably really move it like 6 to 8 inches down there. Remember, big disconnect between perception up here and reality down there. And that's where I've benefited from watching countless hours of footage of myself fishing, and more importantly, myself making every mistake you could possibly make. But the difference is, I try to really learn from every one of those mistakes so I don't repeat them. And man, it's crazy how many fish I'll catch on a big bait like this, doing what most people would consider nothing. See, this guy's on it. He came all the way from the back row, see it for himself, see how this bait is just kind of crawling through that cover. And I'll see if there was a giant bass in this tank, he would most likely, or actually she would be most likely, because they're sexually dimorphic. The bigger ones are typically females, would be camped out on that prime piece of cover because she's a dominant apex fish. And having that bait just kind of bouncing around on her nice white couch is going to elicit a Rick James response. Like, it's no good. These fish are very territorial. They're not always striking out of hunger. Now, when these fish are keyed up and it's a full-on feeding frenzy, it's really hard to do anything wrong. Put a bait in the water, you're probably going to get a bite. But it's all those other times when those fish are inactive because they're cold-blooded, they don't have to feed as much, where you really have to trigger a response from those fish. And you can appeal to their sense of territory, aggression, and really just reaction. Like, those reaction bites and reaction baits are a real thing, right? You guys, I'm sure, have dealt with mosquitoes up here. Every time I come to this part of the country, I gotta deal with them. But like that buzzing, it elicits a reaction. Like, strike for me. Luckily, I got hands. Fish don't have that. They got their mouth. A lot of times, especially with an erratic hard bait like that big live bait, I'm not looking for a hungry fish. I'm trying to piss off a fish just to strike it and kill it. That actually goes to some of my color selections as well. Like, that white, as subtle and natural as white can be, it's kind of loud at the same time, right? But it's still a color you find in nature. Albinoism happens. There's a reason why albino anythings are rare, so they stand out. Camouflage doesn't work. Like, they make for easy targets. This is a great color selection in any condition. Dark, light, muddy, clear, early, late, whatever. Do not sleep on the basic colors like white and black. And honestly, I think some of the other colors that we choose are really appealing to our senses more than the fish's senses. Right? In this industry, they say before you catch the fish, you gotta catch the fisherman, because then they're not throwing it, they're not catching fish on it, they're not catching fish on it. So it's a funny thing, the decisions you gotta make, even with bait selection. And I'm gonna go into that with color. And if you understand the basic biology and nature of not only the predator species, but very most importantly the prey species, you're going to see, man, it does not pay to stand out. If you are on everybody's menu, you do not want to be seen. So those fish are going to be camouflaged. So in algae tinted water, I'm picking a lot of baits with green hues. In chocolate water, I'm picking dark black and brown hues. I actually want those fish to have a hard time picking up my lure visually. And what I have here is a 9-inch swimbait, and it's literally clear. It's like, oh, how is the fish going to see that? Well, disconnect from perception to that reality. Can you guys see that thing? It's pretty visible. It literally has no color in it. And most important, it's still displacing a lot of water. Those fish know it's there. It's kind of got that terrible like CGI predator camouflage effect, right? It's kind of letting like the background shine through it a little bit. Like it's terrible camouflage. And to a predator, that signals, oh, I still see you. You're not getting past me. Clear can be an excellent color in high visibility situations. Sun's high, it's 2 o'clock, no wind. Pick a clear bait. You'd be amazed. We make little clear image spark shadows and Avalon shadows too, that will stir them. So those are the learning opportunities that I took from my fundamental bass fishing. So anybody else with any questions? No questions? Anybody? What do you got? I can't hear you. Yeah, I wish I had a perfect little answer for you. Apparently they just came out with an app where you can plug a bunch of those things in. But really, experience is the best teacher. And how do I determine that? It's the old process of elimination. If you guys watch my content, some guys that have ADD and are really anal about how they organize their boats and tackle lose their mind. They can't watch my stuff because I've got 10, 15 rods on my desk. Because I've got a series of questions that I'm continuing to ask the fish. And I literally go through the process until I get those positive responses. There's really no short answer for that. That's why it is empowering when I travel the country and I can go off my experience from all of those questions that I've asked those fish and use that as a baseline to start. And like there are general rules you can adhere to, but like, man, sometimes it's off the wall what those fish will respond to. Like, wow, I didn't expect that one, but I'm glad I tried it. Like that is the deal. Like one of my favorite colors, I have it up here. It's actually on the table. Like, hey Rick, can you talk to me that jerkbait right there? You do want that bad. I'm sure you do, Mr. Lee. So this is actually one of those baits that I really thought was designed to catch fishermen. This is called Ito Illusion. It's like this limited Japanese only color that wasn't released since like 2002 or something. And look at it, man, it's like orange and gold, and it's just funky. And I'm like, oh yeah, you know, it's cool, it's collector's item, I'll just buy a couple just because I'm a fan of this bait. And there was one day where it was actually dark and overcast, and I was like, you know what, it'd be cool to get a picture of a fish with this weird color in its mouth. Man, I'm telling you, this became one of my favorite colors in low light conditions, dirty water, and I have been buying them up everywhere I go at full price because it works that good. The only way I could find that out is by actually trying it. And it's tough, right? These baits aren't cheap. Very few baits are cheap these days. Like, that's a real struggle. So if we can help you make better informed decisions and shorten that learning curve, even just a little bit, that's good. But really, you should never take what I say as gospel or what anybody says as gospel. You should really use some of that as a foundation for your own fishing style and theories and build on it and really just figure it out on your own. Because you're going to discover something like an orange jerkbait. This is the juice. Like, this is seriously one of my favorite baits, and I really never thought it would be. Because at the end of the day, the fish crack it. Like, that's all I care about. Like, I want to catch fish, and I want to catch the biggest fish I can. Hopefully that was kind of helpful. I know it's a little vague, but like, really, there's no secrets in fishing, right? There's no secret to learning a hammer. It's experience. And the more experience and the more you can make with your time, and the more efficient you can be with your decision making, the better your body of work is going to be represented. Anybody else? Got you. So we got a three-part question. Okay, so we're going to talk about the first question first, and he's asking how I determine my line selection. Well, fundamentally on the traditional lure spectrum, I'm fishing grade to 4 carbon leader. Anything pretty much less than 2 ounces in size, so anything smaller than this. Okay, it's going to be grade to leader, and that's because the benefits of the lack of stretch and the sensitivity, how in tune I can be with the dog, and the fact that I can feel like that little propeller on that little Swimbait because of the braid and that shock leader capability and characteristics of that short 4 carbon leader really keeps me very efficient. Especially when I fish in this part of the country, you've got a lot of mussels, a lot of zebras. You've got to put these fish in and around cover that's covered with that stuff. If I was fishing only straight braid, I'd get sawed off a lot. But that heavy 4 carbon leader does a really good job of keeping those fish pinned. My expensive bait on the end of my rod, still on my tackle box. But when it comes to the bigger baits, typically I'm fishing a straight monofilament line or a straight 4 carbon line, depending on where in the column I want to present it. Those 2 lines are fundamentally different composition and density. The monofilament nylon lines tend to have a more neutral density, so they can stay up higher in the column. So if I'm fishing these baits over submerged grass or flooded brush, or if I just want to keep it high, I'm choosing to throw it on bottom. If I want to get it down and I actually want to crawl that bait through the danger zone, like I learned with that big soft bait, it's going to be 4 carbon. If that 4 carbon is dense, it's going to want to sag it down. And it's actually very abrasion resistant, so it's going to handle the abuse of that presentation really well. But I have been getting a little bit more comfortable, especially over the last year, fishing a heavy braid, heavy fluoro on the bigger baits. Number 1 for muskies, and then very cod and barracuda down under. So I'm going to experiment and ask new questions to myself and these fish. Like, can I even be more efficient now with this new adjustment of heavier braid, heavy flow when it comes to my trophy largemouth and smallmouth fishing? See, and that's another big lesson from fundamental fishing, right? We do a lot of crappie fishing videos on the channel. We do a lot of bluegill fishing because those offer so many learning opportunities. Things like learning how that line affects everything, how to use my electronics, the high level of engagement from catching 200 crappie in a day. Like, it shortens my learning curve. Instead of trying to like do it with a Swimbait musky fishing, it's taking 3 years to learn the same amount of things. And then the second part of your question was, do I use a snap or a split ring or direct tie? I like snaps for any of my hard baits. They allow more range of motion and allow my baits to swim to their true potential, but also they allow me to quick change and not have to retie my leaders a lot. I can ask those questions quicker. It's the same way you guys are watching me change baits up here. It's the exact same thing I do on the water. Because the more time my baits are staying in the water, the more fish I'm going to catch. And you got to make sure you're using the right size snap. So like on the big stuff, it's like 120-pound rated snaps. And the glide baits all kind of have a tendency to like tumble in the air when you cast them. So I actually put a stroke power sole on the front end of that snap to eliminate the line twist. Because line twist is a big problem. You guys ever have that issue? You go to cast and you don't notice that the line's wrapped around your tip and your 6-ounce $100 bait goes zing pow! It's a brutal moment. I've lived it lots of times. So that keeps that from happening. So people kind of look at it like, oh, what are you, 6 years old using a snap tool? Like, man, when you're 6 years old, you're fishing fish, man. So that's my argument. And your third question was? Oh, wire leader. So when dealing with toothy critters, which you guys have to deal with here, whether it's pike or muskie, right? Leaders are kind of a necessity. The bigger baits don't seem to get like eaten far down enough to where I feel like the leader is as important. So I run like a 130-pound fluoro leader when I'm anywhere near muskies. But when I'm near pike, I kind of just take the risk. Because the leaders will affect the swimming action of your bait depending on what it is. But I've also discovered this tieable titanium wire. I think it's comes in a turquoise package. You guys know what I'm talking about? You guys gotta have it coming locally. It's like Easy Knot or something. But you can, it's a wire titanium leader, and that's actually been beautiful when I'm fishing trophy smallmouth, because usually pike swim in the same waters, and I don't like seeing pike swimming away with my orange jerkbait. And the smallmouth don't seem to mind it. Like when you really get these fish so dialed in on your presentation and your lure selection, the line that it's attached to seems to be negligible. Especially the bigger the bait, the less they look at your line. They don't come up and inspect the bait and be like, oh man, everything checks out. Oh no, that line is green. Not doing it. I'm out of here. That doesn't really happen. You have that fish so fired up that it should eat it off of a rope. Does that make sense? Cool. Yeah, you guys. Todd, you guys picked me up again? Wrap it up. Well, please give a round of applause to Mr. Jordan Lee. He's coming up next. He is a hammer. I will be sitting and listening myself. I'm following up on the fundamentals of bass fishing. And they're probably going to kick me off for the follow-up on trophy bass fishing at 4:30. So appreciate you guys. Follow us on YouTube, Big Bass Streams, my own personal channel, Oliver Nye. Thank you guys for your time. Enjoy the show.
Nice job. It's all there for Oliver Nye. Great job on the presentation.
Hear me out. Rappers stepping to me, they wanna get some. I'm the king, so yo, you know the outcome. Another victory, they can't get with me. So pick a BC date, cause you're history. I'm the authentic poet to get lyrical. For you to beat me, it's gonna take a miracle. And step it to me. Yo, that's a wrong move. So what you on, Hobbs? Dope a dog food. Competition, I just devour. Like a pit bull against a chihuahua. Cause when it comes to being dope, hot damn, I got it good. Now let me tell you who I am. The B-I-G-D-A-D-D-Y-K-A-N-E. Dramatic, Asiatic, not like many. I'm different, so don't compare me to another. Cause they can't hang, word to the mother. At least not with the principle in this pedigree. So when I roll on your vapors, you better be ready to die because you're petty. You're just a butter knife, I'm a machete that's made by Genshu. Wait until when you try the front so I can chop into your body. Just because you try to be basic. Friday the 13th, I'ma play Jason. No type of joke, yeah, game, puzzle or riddle. The name is Big Daddy, yes, big, not little, so define it. Here's your walking paper, sign it, and take a walk. As the canes start to talk, I need everybody out here to help me out one time. And I'm gonna need y'all to repeat after me. I need y'all to say, ain't no half stepping. Ain't no half stepping. Say it like it's 6 o'clock. Ain't no half stepping.
Bye.